Hello everyone and welcome to another Pokemon Trading Card Game live video. My name is Jamie and today I'll be taking you through a new deck that has come out from the latest expansion which has just been released in Surging Sparks. But of course, just before we do go into the video, as always, if you do like this type of content and you want to see some more Pokemon related content, then as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course like the video, that would be amazing. So with Surging Sparks, it only makes sense to start with one card, and that is the mascot of the franchise in Pikachu. So this Pikachu EX was released from Surging Sparks and is a new Terra Pokemon, and it has a pretty interesting attack. It's quite low HP, only 200 HP for a Terra Pokemon. However, its attack is pretty interesting. So Topaz Bolt for a Grass, a Lightning, and a Steel Energy does 300 damage, and you have to discard 3 energy cards from this card in order to use the attack. So 300 is a lot of damage. It can pretty much knock out most things in the format, so we're just missing those stage 2s. Although it does have 200 HP, which is quite low, but it has an ability, which is Resolute Hard. So if this Pokemon has full HP and would be knocked out through an attack, then it is not knocked out and its remaining HP becomes just 10. So that's pretty useful since, given that there's a lot of cards out there that can one-shot this, that also does become quite a big factor, which means that if we can power this up in 2 turns, we can get like 2 knockouts. Ideally knocking out EXs, that's kind of like 4 prize cards. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so that's Pikachu EX. That's what it does. It's got a weakness to fighting and a retreat cost of 1. So what other cards best pair with Pikachu EX? Well, it is a Terra Pokemon. So we have a Noctowl engine in here. So we can utilize Noctowl basically for its Dual Seeker ability to search out for those training cards. But how do we power up the energy? That is the question. Well, we have this Magneton, which has come out from Surging Sparks. Overvolt Discharge, basically once during your turn, you can search up to 3 basic energy cards from your discard pile, attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like, or to your Lightning Pokemon in any way that you like, and if you use this ability, this Pokemon is knocked out. So it's a bit like Dust Noir in the respect that you're conceding prize cards for an effect. However, this is really, really good. So with this, what we can do basically is we can power up Topaz Bolt and we can make sure that we're consistently attacking with it and dealing that 300 damage. So in order to utilize the fact that we're conceding 1 prize card to get those energy cards onto Pikachu, we want to make sure that we're knocking out something big in order to keep up with the prize exchange. So yeah. Cool. So we've got Pikachu EX in there. We've got our Magneton in there for the energy acceleration. We also have our Noctowl line, which we've touched on. We've got Fan Rotom in there. That is just to get out several Hoothoots on turn 1. We can also get like 2 Hoothoots and then like 1 Noctowl. Then turn 2 play the Noctowl, depending if we go first or second. Some other Pokemon in there, Iron Hands. This is a pretty solid inclusion. We can utilize it for its Amp You Very Much attack. We can also use Magneton to power this up at 3 energies, and we're just leaving then 1 energy card from hand, and we can Amp You Very Much with that. So this is pretty solid for those kind of small basics that we want to knock out and keep up with the prize exchange, so that's pretty good. And of course, Radiant Greninja, because we need to get those energy cards into the discard pile, and then we can use concealed cards, we can draw more cards, and of course we can utilize Magneton. So that is it, and of course just the 1 Fezandipiti EX in there as well. Trainer card wise, let's have a look at our trainers, what we're playing. So 2 bosses in there. I've been experimenting with counter catchers, especially because you're going behind on prizes, but I don't know, I found it very situational. Especially with the 1 Pal Pad, I figured it was just better just to have 2 bosses in there. You could change it up if you wanted to, it's up to you. And also as well, Prime Catcher as well, just to utilize the fact that we're going behind on prizes. So we want to make sure we're knocking out those big EXs. So that's what I've gone with. 2 bosses and the Prime Catcher there as well. Earthen Vessel is very good as well. So we can use Earthen Vessel, get the cast to hand, Radiant Greninja, Ultra Ball. We can do all that. Get those energy cards into the discard pile so that when Magneton comes out, then we're ready to use Magneton as well. On that note, we also have 4 Professor's Research as well. The idea basically is, just discard those energy cards, get them to the discard pile, go for that big push, draw more cards, and get Pikachu out as quick as possible. So, stadium-wise, we also have as well Area 0 Underdepths. We've got 2 of these. So that's just to kind of expand our bench a little bit more and get those Hoothoots out. And then if they knock it off, then we just get rid of the Noctowls basically, because we don't really need those, or Fan Rotoms, that kind of stuff. We do have, on the other hand, Gravity Mountain. So this is a pretty big card. So it's quite situational as well. Not all decks are stage 2 decks, so that becomes a factor as well. So each stage 2 Pokemon in play, both yours and opponents, gets minus 30 HP. So if you think about like the Charizards, the Dragapults, those types of Pokemon, that's the type of Pokemon we want to be targeting with Gravity Mountain. So that becomes a 300 range, which means that we can then knock out Pokemon with Pikachu EX. So yeah, that's why it's in there. I've not gone too heavy on that. I think 2 is a good number. And then with Noctowl, we can search it out depending on the matchup. And not forgetting that even if they do play Charizard, they also play things like Pidgeot, for example. Dragapult plays Pidgeot. We can get knockouts on that without Gravity Mountain. Things like Luminions, things like, I don't know, Squawkabillies. Various different things. We don't have to knock out Charizard per se. We also have things like bosses and catchers and stuff like that. So yeah. Cool. And then just the rescue board, that's pretty versatile, kind of helps in switching up Pokemon. Most of your Pokemon, like your Pikachus for instance, your Noctowls, Fan Rotoms, they all have one retreat cost, Radiant Greninja, so it becomes quite useful in that as well. And then your energy line, we've got 9 energy here, 3 grass, 3 lightning, and 3 steel energies. So yeah. That is the deck, that's what I've been testing. Let's put this to practice, let's go play a game and see how it plays out. Okay, so let's go with heads. So we get to choose the coin flip to see what we want. Heads it is. We've got heads. That's good. I think we want to go first. First is usually the optimal setup, especially with things like Fan Rotoms or getting your stage 1s out. So first it is. That is not a good start though. Yeah, I guess here, I guess we can go, as long as Fan Rotom's in there, if not, we'll have to go with Radiant Greninja. We can get our Hoothoots out. Although, we do need a Terra Pokemon in play, that also becomes an issue. A Lost Box, okay, interesting. Okay. Alright, we have some more energy cards now, let's see, cool. I forgot to mention as well, I also do play a Crispin in this deck as well. That's also pretty useful. Yeah, just in case we need to. Fan Rotom, cool. Alright, Crispin's in there. We've got a Briar in there as well, cool. Alright, energy line 2, 3. Wait, did I not see any steel energy? Alright, just check hand. Oh, we have 2 steel energy in hand. Okay, that's why. Cool, alright, that's good. Let's use Fan, cool. Let's get 2 out. Let's get 1. Do we have a knockdown hand? We do have a knockdown hand. That's fine. We'll take 2 anyway. Cool. There we go. Probably, I mean, Radiant Greninja would also be nice, but you know what we can do? Just to utilize the fact that we need a Terra Pokemon in play in order to use Noctowl, and that sets us up for a nice turn 2. Ideally, an additional Magneton here would be quite nice, but we don't have that. That's fine. What do we have in discard? We've got 1, okay. I'm thinking this Lost Box to kind of lead with Iron Hands maybe here. So do we have another one? I'm just thinking to attach to the active. Let's do that, let's attach to active. And that way we've got a retreat for next turn, and then we can put the energy into the discard pile and try and play around that. So hopefully that Magneton doesn't get knocked out, because that's pretty big. That will put us back quite a bit. So, and if it doesn't, then we can hopefully get Iron Hands out next turn. That might be a good play. Let's see, we can pop the Magneton, get the energy onto Iron Hands, and yeah, start hitting. This is where Iron Hands becomes pretty useful, because we start hitting out or knocking out those basics, or they play one of those. That could be an issue. Although, saying that, we do run enough like bosses and Prime Catchers and things like that. I think I saw a Prime Catcher in deck, so let's see. Alright, Gravity Mountain, I don't really need Gravity Mountain right now. However, we can put Noctowl down. Let's put Noctowl, and let's use Jewel Seeker. So we want here a Nest Ball idea. We've got another Noctowl in hand, so we're in Nest Ball, and we want a Earthen Vessel, which is not here. That does become an issue. Alright, we can also go Crispin as well. That also works. So let's just check hands. So Iron Hand, Crispin, pop the Magneton. I think that works. Let's do that. So let's Nest Ball. Let's get that out. Alright. Then we want to put, let's have a look at discards. Okay, we've got 2 there. Which I want to do that. So we want to retreat that. Yeah, we have to retreat that because we need to get the magnet, the energy into discard pile. Let's use Crispin. So we need the lightning energy. We get a grass as well. Type. Okay. Cool. To put your hand, let's put. I don't think it really makes a difference, but we'll put this one into hand. The other one, let's just have a look. We've got 2 in discard. 3. That's 1, 2. Then we need 2 in discard pile. Alright, we'll put it to Pikachu for now. There we go. Let's use Noctowl. Yes. Okay, we've got Split Cut in hand. That's fine. We need to Ultra Ball. And I don't know, maybe Area 0. Actually, no, we don't want Rescue Board because we need to retreat it. Ultra Ball because we need. What's in hand? We need to use Ultra Ball for 2. So let's just take something that we want to dump, basically. What do we want to get rid of? Gravity Mountain, probably, because there's no stage 2s in that deck. Cool. All right. Let's Ultra Ball for 2. 1, 2. There we go. Let's get ourselves out a Magneton. Retreat this. Iron Hand's active. That goes down. Just Overvolt Discharge. Concede a prize card. 1, 2, 3. Stick those on Iron Hands for Amp you very much. Okay, we'll concede a prize card. That is okay, but we'll take 2 in the process. Cool. And then we will Amp you very much. Very good. Okay. Nice one on the Magnemite. Cool. We'll have to Iono next turn. This is where our bosses and our Prime Catchers become quite useful. So, I lost Vacuum. Okay. So if they're smart, they could just like not bench anything. I think that would work. It could just go aggro Noctowl. Use Speedwing for 60. Bosses, okay. Even Fan Rotom. Yeah, I could go 70 on Fan Rotom. That's a good play. I can get around this. All right. Annoyingly, I just discarded like 2 Gravity Mountains, but I do have Area 0s in deck, so that could also work. All right, let's bump that inactive. Cool. Super Rod. Okay, nice. All right, let's put Magneton. Let's stick an energy on to. I want to stick an energy onto Pikachu right now. If Fan Rotom is the play. Super Rod. Alright. Okay, let's just Super Rod. Let's not think about it too much. Super Rod. Could also use a Electric Ball as well for 40, but we want to get the Fan Rotom out. Cool, that's fine. Yeah, we want to try to keep the energy attachment for turn. Can we get something that's going to be of use? Nice! Alright. Prime Catcher. So we have the energy on Pikachu. We can switch out. We can get a 2 prize on that Sableye. That might work. So let's Prime Catcher. There we go. Stick Pikachu active. Retreat that. And that's okay, because as long as we have Iron Hands, then yeah, let's knock that out. 120, cool. Yeah, as long as we have Iron Hands, kind of, I mean, if they need to bench something now, because they know that we have Fan Rotom, and we've got 2 bosses in deck, so we can just knock things out. There's the Earthen Vessel. Oh, we got Buddy-Buddy, nice. So with the Buddy-Buddy and the Earthen Vessel, I think that we're pretty much good at this point. I think. We just need to get a Stadium card in play. That's the only thing that we need. Let's see. But knowing that we have Fan Rotom back in deck, they need to bench something, which then becomes a target for Iron Hands. But let's see how it plays out. Let's just see how it plays out. So, Ghost Eye, okay. Alright. Living life on the edge, so to say, right. Research. Okay. What have we got? We've got 1 grass in there, 2 Gravity Mountain. Okay, let's just Earthen Vessel. Let's get rid of Buddy-Buddy. No, we do not want to get rid of Buddy-Buddy. Let's get rid of 1 research. Cool. We've got those 2. Cool. Yeah, was it 1 grass that we had in discard pile? What was it that we had? 1 grass. Yeah, cool. Go back. Let's just dump those then. Cool. Bring those to hand. We might dump them a little bit later on. Let's have a look on. Yeah, okay, that's good. Gravity Mountain. Buddy-Buddy. Alright, let's grab that. And just fuel. I believe we had 2 area zeros in. Was it 2 area zeros? We do have 2 area zeros. Okay, so we're kind of reliant on that. But that's okay. Let's put that on there. And then we'll go research. Cool. No area zero, but that's okay. That's okay, we're not in too much of a hurry right now. We can push again for another 7 next turn. Night Stretcher, do we need anything? If they knock out the Fan Rotom, we'll just Night Stretcher it back on. That's okay. Cool. Yeah, annoyingly, we can't really knock it out, but that's okay. That's okay. Bosses. Okay, well, I'm actually okay with this. Yeah, they knock it out. I'm actually okay with this. It's using up their resources. They're taking up 1 prize. We've got Night Stretcher in hand. We've got energy in hand. Cool. And then we've got 4 energy on our Iron Hand, so if we have to retreat it, we can. There we go. That is what we needed. So let's Night Stretcher. Let's get Fan Rotom. Who would have thought winning a game with Fan Rotom? Who would have thought? Alright, let's retreat. Put that active. Stick an energy on that. Just out of curiosity, see what we would have drawn with Fezandipiti anyway. Let's flip the script. Cool, nice. Cool, and then we go for a 70, and that is game. So, ideally, I mean, I wanted to play against like one of those stage 2 decks, basically. You know, when you're kind of like knocking out like the Charizard and stuff with Gravity Mountain. That wasn't to be, but nonetheless, I hope that kind of gives you an idea as to how the deck plays out. And how you can kind of use Magneton to kind of like power up your other Pokemon, but that's the why Iron Hand's in there. So generally speaking, if you've got like a big stage 2 Pokemon, Charizard's, Dragon Pulse and stuff, you want to lead with Pikachu. When you've got low HP Pokemon, then Iron Hands is the way to go. So as you've just seen. So, but yeah, but cool. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on the deck. If you have a different variant, if there's like different text you're playing, do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. That would be great. I'll also have some more content related to more decks from Surging Sparks, so keep an eye out on that. And of course, if you do like this type of video, you want to see some more Pokemon related content, as always, hit the subscribe button and of course like the video. That would be amazing. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.